Let's tell them how we're doing, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Btbtv. On the back. It's long just. So got the wall starts working. The kind of Adios, Mr. Alcohol. Yo, Btbtv, the movement, yo, born. Peace to the 5% nation of guys and earth. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmatullah, to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is Btbtv, where we bully the bullies. And you already know what it is. We're in the blood oil crit. We doing our own thing. Btbtv done started his own gang like nigga. What? Yo, peace, y'all. Yo, man, I just found out some news, man. One of the guys who killed JamMasterJay is one of the same guys that killed Bitch Stretch Walker. They just indicted him for it. They brought him up a charge for that murder. So we're gonna do a little history research. We're gonna go through all this stuff with Big Stretch, JamMasterJay, Tupac, because it also was said that Tupac paid a hitter to kill Big Stretch. Yeah, that was said too. And a lot of people think that shit is cool. That shit's not cool, man. A lot of people think Stretch had something to do with Tupac getting shot and robbed. Well, I don't believe that by one bit. You know what I'm saying? We know Jimmy Henchman had a long reach. He could easily find out a phone number. You know what I'm saying? That's not hard to do in the streets, yo. We do it now. Quicker though. On the streets back then, everybody had house lines. You can look their number up in the fucking phone book. So we're gonna start the show, man. And I wanna let y'all see what I'm talking about right now. Give me 1 second. Let me share this with y'all. Veronica Grace, salute, Queen. First, we're gonna this fair use right here. We're gonna go into the allegedly how Tupac
tried to kill him the first time. Word was on the street that they not finished. You understand? I was there with Pop.
It's fair
He was
use.
laying on the couch, shot up, when Stretch came to him. You know, Stretch used to be with him, and Stretch came to him like, this is a message from Jimmy Hitchman. I remember, you know what I mean? Like, this is a
word, Christoph.
Okay, so
Crazy.
Stretch, who was super close to Tupac.
yes.
Mod Squad, is that
I believe that's it.
he
Yeah.
was in the group. Okay, and he was. The Stretch also was cool with Biggie. Wasn't he?
I believe they was definitely friends.
Stretch was on that one song. Was on Dolly My Baby.
Yeah, and also in Pain.
Pain.
Yeah, he was also in Pain. And he was on a few songs. Like, he was Pac's right hand man. You know, when we met him, when I used to go to from Jersey to New York, he always was with Stretch. You understand? So when Pac got shot in the elevator, he was staying at this actress house. You understand? And he was hiding out. He didn't feel like staying in the hospital. He pretty much was staying in the house, and he was, you know, he was messed up from being shot. And I remember one time Stretch came here, and Stretch said, you know, I spoke to Jimmy Hinchman. And Jimmy Hinchman said, Pop, you don't got enough money, you don't want to go to war with him. And he was like, Jimmy Hinchman said, you know, get your money right, then go to war. And, you know, for me, I'm only like 14, 15 years old, but I'm looking at the situation like, that's kind of odd right there. You supposed to be Pop homie, but you bringing him a message from his enemies. You know, the way, and even from growing up in New Jersey, the way I am on my block, if you come with the message from the enemy, we automatically take you as an enemy. You understand? So I was like, you know, what is Pac gonna do? And Pac, he just said, okay. He didn't really say much. He said, okay. You know what I mean?
And now I gotta kill it, the evil of the money trap.
What's going on, YouTube? Come back at you with another video. Okay, so we've had some interesting news going on lately. Gully TV, I'm gonna give him his credit because he was the one who did this interview. He did an interview with Dexter Isaac, and it opened a whole can of worms as far as this whole Tupac Quad Studio shooting is concerned. And basically, what Dexter Isaac was saying is that Big Stretch set Tupac up, and that's how, you know, he came into the situation. He ended up getting shot 5 times and robbed. So 40 Glock, he's reacting to it. We also got Muta, which is Napoleon. He's commenting on it. I'm gonna read you everything. To that dude that was down with me, rest and dead, switch sides. Guess his new friends, one of them dead. Tupac against all odds. Hashtag trust no one. Hashtag my reality. Hashtag fuck friends. To that dude that was down with me, rest and dead. That's why my little homie, Ken Bibb, fuck your bitch, 40 Glock disrespectful, trust no one. And then Muta, he's in the comments again. That's Napoleon from the Outlaws. Yeah, he was a snake. Pac had to find out the hard way. You know what's crazy? He never liked to hold guns, but that day he kept trying to take the straps away from Pac. Pac said he should have known something was up.
I should have saw the signs I was blinded. Criminal minds of a young nigga's ball made it call for some backup. The little homies and my dogs in the black truck. But
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
On the 30th of November, 1994, Tupac was gunned down at the Quad Studios. On the exact same day, 1 year later, Stretch was killed in his hometown after being chased by 2 perpetrators in a car. Coincidence? Or a clear message that this was a revenge killing on behalf of Tupac?
OG Sully
to do with the killing of Stretch. It's well known that up until the time of his death, Tupac believed Stretch had something to do with the Quad Studios shooting. Check out my previous videos on this, linked below, but let me briefly explain why. First, Stretch knew those who were allegedly involved. Being from Queens, he knew Haitian Jack and Jimmy Henchman, as they were well-known New York gangsters. Stretch was with Tupac at the time of the shooting. Tupac couldn't understand why he was the only one who was targeted. Stretch towered over everyone at 6'8". That's how he got his nickname. But the gunman didn't target Stretch, despite him being on paper their biggest threat. In an interview with Vibe writer Kevin Powell, Park said, "I was like, what should I do? I'm thinking Stretch is going to fight. He was towering over those. From what I know about the criminal element, if a guy comes to rob you, they always go for the big dude first. But they didn't touch Stretch. They came straight to me. Everybody dropped to the floor like potatoes, but I just froze up. It wasn't like I was being brave or nothing. I just could not get on the floor." And then Stretch relayed information from Jimmy Henchman while Park was recovering from the shooting. That's when he became suspicious of him and thought he had something to do with setting him up. Now, all the evidence points towards Tupac being set up. He was commissioned to work with Little Sean, an artist who was represented by Jimmy Henchman, a known New York gangster who turned music manager.
So when dude got there and got off the elevator.
Okay, I gotta ask. When you say dude, you say Tupac. All right, cool.
So even the account that he made, that's not what happened.
What's the account that he made? Can we
He said everybody, he said got the elevator, everybody ran from him and they wasn't, that's not what happened. We ran towards him and we was trying to get him to sit down.
Wow.
And he went to sit down and he popped back up.
Which is what C says. C says that all the time.
Yes, he said that.
Yes,
but we
he
didn't
did.
know, right? And he said, "Call my mother." And detectives got there. Ambulance got there, right? And they put him in the gurney and they stood him up and they brought him in the elevator to bring him down.
Speaking about his reasons for going there, Tupac admitted that he had reservations and that he was suspicious of Jimmy Henchman. He said, quote, "I met him through some rough characters I knew. He was trying to get legitimate and all that. So I thought I was doing him a favor. But when I called him back for directions, he was like, I don't have the money. So I said, if you don't have the money, I'm not coming." Tupac didn't really like to charge people if he thought he was doing them a favor, especially his fellow black people, because he wanted to help them, get ahead as well. So he only charged Jimmy Henchman because he was suspicious of him. He hung up the phone, then called me back. "I'm going to call Andre Harrell to make sure you get the money, but I'm going to give you the money out of my pocket." So I said, all right, I'm on my way. As we were walking up the building, somebody screamed from up the top of the studio. It was Little Caesar, Biggie's sideman. That's my homeboy. As soon as I saw him, all my concerns about the situation were relaxed. So he is probably lured there under false pretenses. It's obvious he was the target, and they knew exactly where he was going to be. This incident was classed as a robbery initially. Haitian Jack hinted that the shooting was for revenge. Tupac made some comments in the Daily News where he called Haitian Jack a hanger-on. This was considered extremely disrespectful, especially because he made those comments in New York. In their minds, they ran New York. When interviewed by Ice-T, Jack claimed that one of his associates decided that Tupac had to be disciplined, but later called him to inform him that it went wrong.
I got the call within 30 seconds after it happened. He said, "Listen, man, I got it, homie, and it went all bad." I said, "Wrong number," and hung up.
So someone called you up. I assume you know who it was because you answered, and they said that the job went bad.
They said, "Listen, I got that dude." But remember, I told everybody not to get at him.
Somebody got at him.
They got at him.
It is believed that this person is Jimmy Henchman, but of course, Jack didn't name him. So Tupac was more than likely set up. But that doesn't mean that Stretch had anything to do with it. Neither Puffy or Biggie, who he also accused of being involved. Tupac was understandably very paranoid around this time, and clearly he was suffering from the effects of post-traumatic stress disorder. In the Kevin Powell interview, he said, quote, "Yes, I have headaches. I wake up screaming. I've been having nightmares, thinking they're still shooting me. All I see is Nick pulling guns, and I hear the dude saying, 'Shoot that mother effer.' and I'll be like, damn, I have a headache. The psychiatrist at Bellevue said that's post-traumatic stress. Tupac said it hurt him that the other guys just dropped to the floor. But to be fair, they did have guns pointed at them, and they were unarmed. So what could they have done?
And one thing I want to say about that too, Tupac, just because I'm 6'7", 335 right now, 336, maybe 340, right? If niggas pull a guns, it's gonna rob us, bruh. We're gonna drop to the floor. We can't fight a nigga who don't got no guns. You got both the guns on you. You dig what I'm saying? So when Tupac say, "Oh, he's tall, he's bigger than he's towering over everybody," he should have fought. Fight what, bruh? I'm fighting a gun without a gun? And it makes it so bad, Tupac was the only one that got shot. One of the other homeboys got shot that night. Yo, Cristal, hit that link, bruh. One of his other homeboys got shot that night. One of the other homeboys got shot that night. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put that. I'm about to let y'all hear the Majesty, Big Stretch brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to let y'all hear what he had to say about it. Because, yo, it's crazy. Hold up. First, let me let y'all finish hearing this, man. You can't fight a gun when you don't got a gun, man. Drop down.
In a 2005 Vibe interview, Jimmy recalled a conversation with Park. Apparently, he told him, "Nobody came to rob you. They came to discipline you. That's what happened." Stretch was on Tupac's song, Many Tears, but he was removed from the track just in time for the third album, All Eyes on Me. Speaking of the fallout and Tupac's suspicion of him, Stretch himself said, "Me and Park have been down from day one, before he did Juice. That's my man." So the interview he did in Vibe bugged me out. But I know him. He likes to talk a lot, especially when he's upset. He'll say ish that he won't even mean. And then he'll think about it later and be like, damn, why the F did I say that? In that interview, all that ish Park was talking about thug life is ignorant and telling people's names and all that ish. I don't even understand why he went there. I've seen Park mad times after the shooting. He never kicked none of that ish to me. You know how he feels about the media. So why would he go and do an interview like that? He's supposed to be a street dude. He should have kept it in the street. I mean, guys had to go and get their names changed. I want him to get a reality check. Recognize what the F he's doing. Dudes on the street live by rules, man. And that rule right there, that's a rule that's never to be broken. In regards to him being so tall and not fighting those guys, Stretch told Vibe, Park saying all this ish in the interview, like, I thought that Stretch was gonna fight. He was towering over them. Now that dude knows I ain't never gonna be out like no bitch. But I ain't dumb. I ain't got no gun. What the F am I supposed to do? I might be towering over them, but I ain't towering over no slugs.
Facts.
Just 4 months after this interview, Stretch was killed. Others have since come out in defense of Stretch, such as Napoleon Mutabil and Nas. And also, the boyfriend of Tupac's sister at the time, Zayd, he was there that night too. He also believes that Stretch had nothing to do with it, and that it was unfair for Tupac to talk about them dropping like potatoes. That part always cracks me up. The general consensus is that it was Jimmy Henchman behind it all, allegedly. Jimmy Henchman is currently serving a life sentence, plus 20 years. He practically had a lifetime of run-ins with the law. He was convicted of drug trafficking, conspiracy to murder, and murder for hire. Exactly a year after the quad shooting, apparently almost to the minute, Stretch was chased by 2 guys in a car. After a high-speed chase, Stretch was shot and crashed his car into a tree. He had just dropped off his brother after giving him a ride. According to Nas, he had given him a ride that night too. Such as his mother. Sadly, he passed away, leaving behind his family, such as his mother, brothers and sisters, and a daughter. His daughter was incidentally Tupac's goddaughter. At the time of the killing, Stretch's mother said, "He never talked to me about having enemies. My son was a very loving, kind person. I don't know why they did this to him." When Tupac was asked about Stretch's murder, honestly, Tupac sounded pretty matter-of-fact about it. In an interview with Source magazine, he said, "Stretch was my closest dog, my closest homie. I did a lot of drama. I got into a lot of cases and ish because of Stretch. Money-wise, he could have had anything. His daughter was my daughter. Whatever she wanted, she could have. Then this stuff happened, and he didn't ride for me. He didn't do what your dog is supposed to do when you're shut up. When I was in jail, he never wrote me. He never got at me. His homeboys was coming to see me, and he wasn't coming to see me."
All right. Now we're going to talk about why Stretch was going to come to see Pop. Because Stretch didn't have no ID to get in to see him. The only ones that had IDs was the ones that was American born. Stretch was born in Jamaica. You dig what I'm saying? It was Jamaican. Like I said, I have no doubt in my mind that Stretch had nothing to do with that. Stretch didn't have anything to do with that. Tupac was just paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Tupac was paranoid about everybody because he blamed Biggie and them. Biggie didn't have nothing to do with that shit either. You know what I'm saying? But everybody want to blame somebody. You know what I'm saying? You think Stretch put working for you all them years? You think he'll set you up for another nigga? That's showing me that you didn't have the love from that you say you had, that you said you had for him, Pop. Pop, you started a whole war, a whole East Coast, West Coast war on lies. All that shit was built on lies. You're very intelligent. You were a very intelligent man. You know what I'm saying? You was artistic. You know what I mean? But you wasn't as loyal as you were supposed to be either. You saying Jimmy Hench was called it? Hold up. Matter of fact, let me let Stretch brother speak his piece. You know what I'm saying? Let me let Stretch brother speak his piece. Let me see. This is my boy Info Moms right here.
Let's just address them all, man. The latest shit that just came out, man, about this nigga talking about my brother set Pac up for 2 big 8s and all that bullshit. Come on, man. Anybody that know my brother and my team and all that, niggas know, nigga, that shit is a motherfucking lie. First of all, once my brother stepped out of the street, nigga, into the industry, man, he ain't never looked back. You hear me? He never looked back, and that's what he was trying to fucking do. Save us and stop us from hustling and save his mans from going to jail and living that motherfucking life and going that route. That's how come he dedicated his life to music, because that's a way that we can motherfucking don't have to focus on selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? He's seen me going the wrong way. He see his man go to jail and niggas is out here dying and killing each other and all.
Jersey J on the radar. Salute my brother.
What's going on? What's going on over here?
Man, you just found out the same guy who killed JamMasterJay is the same guy that killed Big Stretch.
Tupac boy.
Huh?
Tupac's boy.
Yeah. That's the same guy that's killed Big Stretch.
Did they locked him up for it? They charged him with that?
Yeah, he was charged with. He already locked up for JamMasterJay.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying that they
charged with him already. Yeah.
There was an indictment on him for that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Good shit.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
KYA, salute, ladies, salute. And hold up. What my boy said real quick. What TV fake said real quick. Hold on, let me see.
Tupac wasn't around killing.
Tupac knew who did it.
Definitely.
That's why he always used to say F Jimmy Henchman all the time. Yeah. But why would you put your boy Stretch in the crosshairs? Because you know how people are, man. They're gonna try to kill for that thing. You know what I mean?
So the dude that killed JamMasterJay, does he have any connection to Jimmy Henchman?
He might. He might. He was in the
I was just wondering that because they was just mentioning that Jimmy Henchman had smoked with Tupac and was talking about that was for discipline and nobody trying to kill you or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so it just begs the question, like, was Stretch's murder behind Tupac? And was Jimmy Henchman, you know what I mean, involved?
Cross your heart clothing up in here, bro. Salute, Cross your heart.
Oh shit. Get out of
my man. Yo. But you know what? The guy who killed JamMasterJay, right? That's the guy. He was friends with JamMasterJay.
Yeah, I remember that case.
And the other the JamMasterJay godson was one of the ones that killed him too.
Yeah, he was a co-D.
JamMasterJay godson.
So listen, you're right. Yes, they all know each other. Jimmy knows that dude. That dude knows Jimmy. They all know each other, bro.
Okay.
Listen, the whole all right. So problem was, right, Tupac, the niggas that Tupac was rolling with before Death Row, they wasn't really about that. He thought they was, but you got to remember too, that's Juice era. So Tupac let that Juice shit get to his head. You know what I mean? He thought that, you know, he has.
Salute my brother, Ears to Christ. Ears to Christ, myself. Salute Ears to Christ, the finest gangster in this league. Hit that link, bro. We here. We here for it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all them niggas know each other, bro. All them niggas know each other, my nigga. It's Queens, my nigga. All them niggas know each other. Stretch, fucking the nigga that killed Stretch. They all, my nigga, Jimmy Henchman, all of them. Jimmy Henchman was fucking with Preem heavy back in those days, bro.
Yeah.
Those are Preem peoples. Trust me, my nigga. They all know each other, bro. They all know each other, my nigga. But I give it though, but Tupac didn't start that East Coast, West Coast shit though. That was Suge, bro. Suge started that East Coast, West Coast.
Suge put a battery in Pac back.
But the thing was, right, like you said, it was about selling records. It didn't really get violent until Pac got killed, right? And that was just jealousy because they try to blame that shit, you know what I mean? Kind of, you know, on the East Coast kind of thing. You know what I mean? That had nothing to do with no East Coast shit, whatever. But then it was jealousy now, right? Because now the two main artists that was getting the most money in that time and era was Pac and Big. So once Pac was gone, it was just left Big, and Suge couldn't deal with that.
Oh, Suge was just jealous.
Yeah, Suge was just jealous. That's why they killed Biggie. One of his peoples killed Biggie. The bodyguard nigga killed Biggie.
Poochie.
Yeah, he the one that killed Big.
Yeah, but hold on, but they said it was Poochie, but people also said it was that Muslim boy that did it.
Nah, it wasn't the Muslim brother. Everybody nigga, it's out now, my nigga. You know, a lot of niggas is dead, a lot of niggas is in jail, and that nigga dead now. The nigga that killed
Poochie dead.
Yeah, he dead. So now, you know, niggas is telling the truth now. Same thing with the Orlando Brown nigga. Nobody ain't saying that when he was alive, but now that he's dead, you know, even his own uncle is telling on him.
Yeah,
you know?
Randall Anderson, Baby Lane.
Yeah. And like I said, that shit right there was just some West Coast beef. That had nothing to do with the East Coast.
Right.
But when we talk about now, we talk about this guy that killed Stretch is the same guy that killed.
Listen. Yeah, listen, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. They're all connected, my nigga. All these niggas is connected, bro. Like this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, all right, so let me show you something too. Them niggas, those niggas, Preem and them, got what's that nigga name? E Money Bags killed. Got fucking Big Nose Troy killed as well. They used the niggas from Brooklyn. The what's them niggas that got indicted? Little Kim boyfriend and them killed them niggas.
Junior Mafia.
Yeah. No. How the world Hardy, right?
World Hardy.
CMB, okay. CMB brothers. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. All these niggas is connected by either through one or two niggas. You know what I mean? And Jimmy Henchman was just making moves at that time. Jimmy Henchman, you know what I mean? He came out the blue with fucking you know, in the industry, and you know he had the money. Jimmy had the bread. Like he said, it wasn't about robbing Tupac. It wasn't about robbing him.
What was it about then?
Disciplining him.
Disciplining them, letting them know, like, yo, nigga, listen, you over here, boy, you gonna, you know what I mean? You gonna basically almost like a check-in kind of thing, my nigga.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Reason why I stay my ass in the house.
They probably wanted Pac to do some songs. They probably tried to extort the nigga, and Pac probably wasn't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? And the nigga said at that time, Pac wasn't around killers. He wasn't death row yet. Remember that.
Right.
He wasn't death row yet.
Big Stretch was in the streets heavy.
But
and
that's
Moneyback was a killer.
That's why he was mad at Stretch. He wasn't so mad at Stretch that he thought Stretch had something to do with it. The reason why he was screaming that because he felt like Stretch wasn't putting him on or didn't put him on to the robbery. So he felt like, well, you didn't tell me, nigga, you down with these niggas.
Stretch didn't know about that robbery, bro.
Nobody never said he did. But like he said, like Stretch said, in Tupac, when he was mad, he didn't give a fuck.
Saying shit.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck what he was saying.
Just like me.
And again, like I said, you know, miscommunication, niggas not, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to be this, you know, and it happened, my nigga. But just that was an era when times was really different. Like you said, that was the era of killers, my nigga.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? That was an era of real killers. Not these niggas that just running around shooting shit up. You know what I mean? So it was little niggas moved different. Everything was a little bit more different. There wasn't no social media and shit like that. Shit, think about it now. Tupac would have got killed today. Some nigga would have had it on Instagram.
Yeah. Gotta be on tape. But yo, let's check out what Majesty said. He said he's on Infomons. Shout out to Infomons. My boy Timbo. Salute.
I fucks with Infomons. He's from Queens too. He from Queens too.
And all that stupid ass shit.
He from
He
Hollis.
woke up and was like, we ain't doing none of that no more, man. I'm doing this music. We doing this music, man. All that drug shit, nigga, you could just ace that. And besides that, we full-blown industry now, nigga. Pac is our fam. You know what I'm saying? We niggas done lived in the Bay. Niggas got fam in LA. Then you already know who we are in New York. Look at all them pictures, man. Look at all them pictures, man. Everybody ain't no industry niggas around us, man. If my brother did want to motherfucking get some drugs or fucking hustle or get some bricks, it was nothing to do that, man. So please, man, don't be fucking bamboozled because this man is trying to sell a book or whatever the fuck he's doing. Let's just ace that, man.
Now, Maj, just say Napoleon from the Outlaws claimed that Stretch delivered a message to Pac from Jimmy Henchman, telling him to get your money right, then go to war. Now, Napoleon says he was there at the time when this was after the Quad Studio shooting. Is there any truth to that? Would it be a logical reason behind Stretch delivering this message? And what was the relationship between Jimmy Henchman and Stretch, if there was one at all?
Now, man, this issue right here, man. Oh, man, this is the one that kind of hurts me because Moo is my fan. That's Moo to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know him as Napoleon. That's my fam right there. And to see that, and he was misconstrued, you know what I'm saying? So he misconstruing y'all. This shit hurts me, man. But I'm going to let y'all know what really happened. I'm going to let y'all know what my brother really said and what he meant. Back then, in 94, the whole industry know Jimmy as a record exec.
Yep.
Nigga don't know his past. Niggas don't know nothing about none of that gangster shit, whatever they talking. All niggas know is he's a record exec. You dig? So now, when that shit happens at Quad, all y'all got to remember that we got hit. Pac just didn't get hit. We got hit. It was 4 people. It was my brother, Nichols. It was Pac and his brother-in-law, Zaid, at that time. Zaid has a baby by Pac's sister, Satch. That's who was in there. That's who was there. When it went down, remember, y'all, nobody's taking credit for that shit. Ain't nobody claiming they did it. So when that shit happens, all we could do is go with who we think might have did it. Even though Jimmy is a record exec in our eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it's stupid for him to call somebody and say, come to the studio, and the nigga get robbed, because of course it's gonna go back on him. Like I told y'all at this time, he's a record exec. You know what I'm saying? So that would be kind of stupid. But remember, we young and dumb at that time. We don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody claiming who did it. Everybody saying they ain't did nothing. Nobody know nothing. So, all right.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are in a studio atmosphere. We're not in a remote atmosphere anymore. But then how do we kind of continue to use StreamYard is pretty much every show we have has a remote guest in. So we bring our remote guests through StreamYards. We have virtual events still with all of our season ticket holders and our VIP clients. All of that is going to be produced through StreamYard. And we have podcasts, which have guests from any level.
Y'all know how it go in the street. You know what I'm saying? This is when it turns into a mob movie. Y'all know how the mob movies do. Yo, who did it? Wasn't us. It wasn't us. We didn't do it. Yo. I'm saying, so now when that type of shit happens, you got to do the same shit. Okay, nobody know who did nothing, right? All right, so now we're going to bang everything moving, nigga. What stopped that from happening is Pac is our man, you know what I'm saying? He don't really know how to react with certain shit. So when it happened, he's like, oh, y'all niggas know, oh, y'all set me up and this, that, and the other. And instead of it going the way I just said, nigga, you put niggas on point. Everybody knows when Pac is in New York, who's holding them down, and the niggas that's holding them down is out here dropping shit. It's not on Pac now. It's our city. So now all types of kites is being sent and all types of shit to let niggas know it wasn't us and this, that, and the other. You know, ain't nobody claiming the shit. That's when, nigga, we in our mother house. You know what I'm saying? And niggas get a call. Who's the call? It's Jimmy. Like, yo, Stretch, man, all I hear is Young Guns is about to start killing everything that's moving. And you know what my brother did? Instead of, you know what I'm saying, the other niggas probably would have cop plead and all that shit. But remember, like I told y'all, niggas don't know no gangster shit about Jimmy. So my brother like, nigga, he ain't trying to back down, even though we in the crib, whatever. He like, nigga, that shit would have been done already, man. And you know what he says back to my brother? He like, yo, Stretch, I ain't got no problems. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but man, I got money to fight a war. Now this is towards us. Ain't nothing about no Tupac. Niggas ain't worrying about no Tupac. This is us. We in the city, nigga, we in the heat, we in the hood. Win or lose, nobody wants no fucking war. War and business doesn't go together. So before it could get to that, a nigga want to see if he can nip it in the bud. And that's when that call was made. So now when everybody going back and forth and all that shit, and my brother tells Pac, yo, man, nigga said, man, he got money for war, man. It wasn't telling Pac.
A lot of that shit had to do too with fucking because you know Pac fucked with E-Money bags.
Yeah.
You know that, right? So a lot of that shit came from that too, because I'm telling you, Jimmy Henchman and Preem was fucking with
that, yo.
Yeah. If Pac did mess with E-Money bags heavy. E-Money bags was holding Pac down.
And he ain't gonna front. E-Money bags, you're right, to this day, bruh. Sunrise, movie theater, to this day, bruh. Because of E-Money bags is the reason why that's the only movie theater in New York City with metal detectors. The first fucking movie theater in New York City with metal detectors.
You said the first movie theater with metal detectors, you say?
Yes. The first movie theater in New York City with metal detectors is Sunrise.
Was that in Long Island?
Because of E-Money bags.
Was that in Long Island?
Yeah, in Queens, yeah.
Oh, it was in Queens.
Well, same shit, Long Island, Queens. It's considered the same, depending on where it's at. But it's going towards Long Island, though. But, yeah.
I remember the Sunrise Highway, Route 29 out there on Long Island.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you, bro. That shit is, bro.
So wait.
nigga
So
to an extent.
E Money Bags was fucking with Tupac.
Yeah, that was
right?
yeah, that
but
was.
you know, E Money Bags and Prodigy was tight too.
But yeah, no, all right. So you gotta understand, when you gotta E Money Bags was only tight with these niggas because these niggas was rapping.
Right, he was trying to get on, but he was a killer. I remember, I know his history.
Bags was a street nigga. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know his history.
These niggas like heavy, like in the streets, kind of like getting, you know what I mean, getting no money with these niggas. It was just mostly, you know what I mean, through the music type shit. But that beef that Preem and fucking Money Bags had, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That shit, you know what I mean? That was a real beef right there.
Yeah, I know that. What I was asking, bro, was like Prodigy and E Money Bags was like, you know, super tight before E Bags got killed.
It wasn't like tight. It was just tight. It was just cool.
They was tight. They was tight. They was homies for real. My question is, I remember Prodigy saying something about had E Money Bags not got killed. Well, not even E Money Bags. I think it was had Tupac not had got killed, that him and Tupac would have been on the same team because he was running with Tupac people. So I'm guessing that's E Money Bags.
Well, no niggas probably was running with E Money Bags because E Money Bags already had a name for himself in the hood in the streets.
That's what I was saying.
Tupac people. Like I said, if anything, Tupac's people had to run around with E Money Bags. He was a shooter.
Well, either way, they were connected. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah,
that they were connected.
Yeah, they were all cool. Like I said, they were all, even Stretch. Like he said, Stretch fucked with E Money Bags.
Word? So all I said all that to ask this. Like I said, I remember Prodigy saying had Tupac not got killed, that beef between them, huh?
Here's the Christ in the building. Salute to Here's the Christ.
Well, what's up, Mo?
What's up, Mo?
Man, you just chilling. Get my walk on real quick. What's that?
Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, we talking about that Tupac and that Stretch and that JamMasterJay thing, bruh.
I heard about it through social media, but I don't know really nothing about it for real.
Yeah, we was just talking about it. Me, got my boy TV is fake up here. My other boy, I don't know where he went. Jersey J probably be back. But we doing a show because the same guy who killed JamMasterJay is the same guy that killed Tupac's right-hand man.
They was trying. I told you they was trying to. Yo, listen, Tupac been dead for how many years, right? And to this day, the two niggas that you got one nigga claiming the one nigga, what's his name? Is it Dexter Isaac or some shit? I don't know the name. He's saying that he did it, right? You got Tut been claiming that he ain't do that shit since he's been convicted of the shit. You know what I mean? Tut been screaming he ain't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, only because again, everybody knew that was a Queens thing. That had nothing to do with nobody else, bro. But that was just a Queens internal beef. And like I said, that was just because certain niggas was fucking with certain niggas, and then certain niggas didn't fuck with certain niggas or wanted to kill certain niggas. And that's how that whole beef got intermingled like that, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy though, bro.
Hey, Mo, I'm gonna finish getting my walk on, Mo. I'm gonna tune in later on.
Hit me up, bro.
All right.
Like
that, y'all, please.
That like saying with the nigga E Money Bags and Big Nose Troy.
Yeah.
They had to go to Brooklyn and get niggas to do that because again, them niggas was so feared in Queens. Niggas wasn't gonna go at them niggas in Queens. Niggas was
free Tut. Yeah, definitely free Tut. Peace to the God Tut. Free Tut.
Yeah. So
I just got finished texting Infomons, you know what I'm saying, Timbo. I told him I'm using a little bit his she said, go ahead. You always tell me use this shit. But I want to let him know.
Yeah,
Jack TV Talkcast, salute.
I fucks with Timbo. He nigga be really in the trenches. I fucks with niggas like that, man.
Yeah. Now, listen to this. Listen to what Majesty said though, bruh.
Tupac, Jimmy said to tell you he got money for war. I don't know what the God heard, but that's what the fuck was happening. We the niggas out here in the heat. We the niggas gonna have to answer for everything. We the niggas is worrying about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my brother told Pop, man. And what's crazy about it is everybody know I've been in California. I'm living in California. Ain't nothing ever changed our relationship with Pop fam and everybody. Everybody knows this. Niggas see me at Johnny J funeral. Niggas see me in Inglewood. Niggas see me in Sacramento. Niggas see me in the Bay. This nigga yuck mouth crazy, man. I was just in the studio and seen the governor come in there and run your ass out of there, man. I seen Be Legit take 12.5 for 16 for a verse, and nigga had 8,500 from you, and the governor came, I don't know what was going on, nigga, and your ass left. You ain't even take your money for that fucking verse. Your ass got ran out the studio. You out here fronting, nigga. Come on, man. Yo, man, listen, I ain't even gonna get into all this back and forth shit. This is the last time I'm gonna fucking clear any of these issues. Niggas wanna see me, niggas better see my documentary, or niggas see me in the street, whatever. Don't ask me nothing about none of this social media shit, or you fuck faces, because y'all niggas is not my fam. Me, my fam, nigga, we all fam to this day, nigga. Shout out Mo, Preem. Rest in peace, Big Psych, man. Shout out Manook, man. You know what I mean? Shout out the whole crew, man. We out here, man. We out here, and y'all niggas ain't breaking that, nigga. Y'all ain't breaking that. Y'all ain't breaking that, nigga.
They say don't mix business with friendships.
Yeah, he hot about that shit, bro.
But I...
Cause niggas be fronting, my nigga. Niggas, like I said, my niggas be on some faggot shit. Now, like you said, niggas doing
Match. People say because Stretch was such a big dude, you know what I'm saying? They say, why didn't Stretch rush the robbers? You know what I'm saying? Why did he try to...
Yo, this part right here, when you talk about Stretch is such a big dude, why didn't Stretch rush the robbers? Nigga, I'm a big dude. I don't got no gun. I ain't rushing nothing, son. What's wrong with you? These niggas are stupid, bro. But why? Because we big? Now, hold up. Let me let niggas see my face. Niggas, because we big, you think we bulletproof? Hell no. Pac should have laid down and gave this shit up. Like the rest of the niggas laid down. Pac say he froze in fear. Why you freeze in fear? Why you reach for a gun, nigga? That's stupidity. These niggas got to drop on you, dog. You could have got all y'all killed with that dumb move you did. That's some real shit. TV is fake. He got everybody killed with that dumb shit, bro.
My nigga, you gotta understand. Like I said, the times was different, and the nigga said sometimes you be thinking the niggas you might be tough, you rolling with are gangster, but then you probably gonna get some niggas that might even be more gangster than the niggas you with. And again, you had niggas that would kill, but you ran into niggas that they came there to kill. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it ain't, you know what I mean? And that's the problem. That was the difference. You know what I mean?
And then you got to think about it. They didn't even have no guns. Pac had 2 guns on him. Why didn't you give one of your mans the guns to hold you down?
Because
each of y'all can have a gun.
Nigga, but at that time, you would think all your niggas would have guns. It's like if your man going somewhere, you got some beef, and he take you somewhere where you got beef, you thinking this nigga better have a clap on him. This nigga talking about, nigga, we gonna fight these niggas. He was like, what, boy? We ain't going to these projects to be throwing on air.
Yo, listen to this shit. Yeah, this shit funny, bro.
Try to take the gun because he was such a big motherfucker and shit like that. Like, and can you also explain? Pac wasn't the only person that got shot that night. Nichols got shot that night as well, but nobody seems to mention that. Like, can you explain if you was to set up something? Why would you set up a robbery to where one of your close friends gets hurt too? Like, who does that? But that's another question that people have as well.
Y'all got to know, man, in these days, man, right here, Pac and my brother was inseparable. When Pac come to town, it's either him and my brother come to the airport, they get in the MPV, niggas go to the hotel, smoke, whatever. Then them niggas come to the hood, get niggas from the hood, niggas go back to the city to go to the studio, to the club, whatever niggas gonna do. You know what I'm saying? It's freestyle. So when he's around, Pac, all right, what we doing? Yo, we going to fucking do a freestyle, you know what I'm saying, for Ron G. Boom. Niggas don't know what they going to do. Everything is freestyle. Pac telling niggas what they got to do. So how are we gonna set a nigga up where we don't know what the fuck we doing? He got to tell us what we about to go do. After motherfucking niggas go to Ron G, Pac got to tell niggas, yo, let's go to this other shit, man. Jimmy want me over there.
Back in them days, man, fuck
Yeah.
that money. That was when crack money was king, bro. You remember that's the time when these rap niggas wanted to be these crack niggas.
Yo,
Nigga, they were real killers. This shit now is just clowns with guns.
You're right.
You ain't know who was coming to kill you, my nigga. Back in those days, bro, it was savage, my nigga. Your own nigga, your own man would have locked you up back in the day for depending on how much money you was getting, bro. That was the fuck gangs, my nigga. That was crews. That was the era of crews. There wasn't no, we didn't have Bloods and Crips. I mean, we probably did, but that shit ain't mean nothing back in those days. That Blood and Crips, that ain't mean nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, that shit is now, man. It was real gangsters back then, bro.
That's what
gangsters.
That, my nigga, that time, bro, that it was only on that West Coast, my nigga. On the East Coast, my nigga, you had crews back in the day. You know, niggas either had blocks, niggas had their own projects, or you know, whatever, and they had killers, my nigga.
Yeah, Jersey J said, was E-Money Bags going to settle the beef between Tupac and Prodigy and Mobb Deep? I said, yeah, he was trying to. Dino Al-Waladin, salute, King. Peace to the God. I see you, bruh. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that one. I can't answer that one.
I believe he was because, you know, him and Pac was tight and him and Prodigy was tight.
Yo, you guys could Google it. When E-Money Bags called up the radio station because Jay-Z tried to have an artist come up there and he called him H-Money Bags.
H-Money Bags, yeah.
The nigga E-Money Bags pressed the nigga Jay-Z live on the radio.
I remember that shit. The nigga H-Money Bags was from Brooklyn too.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. The nigga wasn't a rapper, but he knew Jay-Z. He knew, my nigga, he knew all these niggas, boy. Just from his street credibility. My nigga, niggas knew he was a shooter. He was a goon.
Yeah.
And that's when niggas, but that was a time when goons was getting money.
Yeah. You know that shit, you know what's crazy about that shit though, bro? You know what's so crazy about that? Because Tupac even tried to make it seem like E-Money Bags had something to do with that in one of his interviews.
Nah, that was probably after he died.
Yeah. Let's see what this guy, let's see what the boy said. Hold on 1 second.
To go do a song with his artists and all that. So that's telling you right there, there's only two people that knew Pac was coming to the studio. So where my brother come in at? It's all cut and dry. Where the setup? There ain't gotta be no setup. Because when niggas said to come to the studio, niggas was there when niggas got there. Y'all just worrying about what happened to Pac. Nigga, it happened to us. Once niggas got in the studio, man, niggas see season them. Season them is out the window throwing down motherfucking water balloons on motherfuckers. They see Pac and my brother and I'm like, oh shit, Pac, what up? Nigga, this is all spirit of the moment shit. Like, yo, oh shit, God, what up, y'all? Y'all coming up? Niggas like, yeah, we coming up. Niggas is getting to the door. They see homeboy out there with the green fatigue jacket, but that's probably what threw niggas off. Once niggas see him season them in the window and all that, and you know these Brooklyn niggas, you know what I'm saying? They always got a million niggas with them just like us. They get to the door, they see this nigga with the fatigue jacket, automatically that throws niggas off. So now niggas go in, homeboy turn right in on them. They behind them. And once they get in, the other niggas in there. It's a robbery. So where's the setup at? Where my brother got to do with that? Now, niggas is motherfucking, yo, give up your shit, smacking niggas with the gun, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Who the fuck sets something up and goes through all that? Use y'all fucking brain, please, man. when a nigga talking about niggas is calling and this, that, and the other. Remember, this is 9-3, 9-4. Now, the cell phones and all that shit wasn't around like that. Yeah, the burnouts, the get the hookup shit was the here and there, that. But call around, do your homework. Pac barely had a phone. This is real shit. So how the fuck is niggas texting and all that shit, man? Back then, come on, man. We're not even gonna entertain this dude too much.
That's true though,
man.
yo.
And if you're entertaining that shit and your motherfucker bought a book or any of that, nigga, you've been bamboozled, man. You've been robbed, man. Ain't no cross in our blood, Squad, Pac, our whole affiliation. You know what I'm saying?
And then not to mention, how do you, if you was to set somebody up on a robbery, why would you set the robbery up to where you shoot your man in the stomach? People forgetting that Nichols got shot in the stomach that night as well.
I don't really mean that, right?
Injuries are a pain. Hiring a lawyer shouldn't be. KrasnoLaw.com is your answer. The consultation.
I said when some
man, too much.
It really don't mean nothing because depending on the situation, a nigga can make a mistake or a nigga get scared and nervous, and you know what I mean. So, I mean that's just shit like that could happen.
But you wouldn't put yourself in a line of fire like that, though.
No, ain't so much you put yourself in a line of fire, but like you said, what if nigga did some nervous movement or you maybe the nigga moved and it, I mean, hey, listen, I done see some crazy shit happen, my nigga. Trust me.
Yeah, I did too, bro. I definitely did.
So you know what I mean? Like, shit happens, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. That phrase is the truth. Shit happened.
Too much, man. It's a lot of dumb shit, man, running around. I just gotta address them all, man. I'm tired of it, man. Like another thing I'm hearing and seeing, niggas talking about, yo, Pac said it himself and all that. Nigga, Pac ain't never ever said that we set him up. Never ever said. And the shit that he did say, I'm gonna tell y'all why he said it. It ain't had nothing to do with niggas set.
What you say?
Pac been screaming "fuck Jimmy Henchman" for years, my nigga. He been, my nigga. He knew already, my nigga. Pac already knew.
He just trying to sell albums.
Boom.
That's what he's doing.
He wasn't on death row at the time.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't. We tried to Columbia or something like that, Universal.
I'm not sure, but he didn't have that backing. And then when he got with Death Row, that's when he became a monster. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when Suge was like, "Yeah, I protect you." That's when that blood and Crip shit got into it.
Yup. Okay. Here we go. All right.
Setting nobody up and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on, you know what I mean, in a minute. Then another thing, niggas like, yo, Stretch could have grabbed the gun and all that shit. Listen. A robbery is a robbery. When you getting robbed, niggas like, yo, this is a robbery. Don't turn it into a homicide. A hit is a hit. A hit, niggas, you ain't hearing nothing, man. It's just out and it's lights out. And in that situation, the way they had my brother and them niggas, nigga, if it was a hit, niggas won't be here. Niggas would have died in 94, all of them, if it was a hit. That shit was a robbery that went wrong. The reason why it went wrong, the guard got the twins on him. The guard got the heat on him. And the only reason Pac got the heat is because he always got the heat when he come to New York. It wasn't like he had heat on him because he knew he had beef. Every time nigga Pac came to New York, he was like, yo, let me get a gun while I'm out here. Let me get a gun. Let me get some heat. Then as years progressed, one day he came out, he's like, guess what, y'all? I don't need no gun. And he pulled out a gun. That nigga put the gun in his suitcase, put that shit on the plane. I guess they put it under the plane and his ass came over here. He made it. Now he amped. He doing that shit all the time. Now look, we already know about all the guns because remember, we damn near living with them. My brother, they living together. All the guns is in Atlanta. So he know about the twins already. He loved the twins. He called them the twins, 240s or whatever. So he come out here, nigga, he got the twins on him. It's a regular day. You know what I'm saying? And remember, man, this is Manhattan. This is Quad Studios, the middle of Manhattan. This is something where niggas never think that anything's gonna go down at, and niggas ain't got no beef. Even if the shit with Jack, he said about Jack in the papers, even if he with that, Nigga ain't thinking about no getting set up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga like, yo, I said something I shouldn't have said, and nigga, fuck it though, but I got my heat. And, you know what I'm saying? If niggas catch me, niggas ain't gonna be punking me. That's the way he thought when it comes to that or any of that. Nigga, I got my heat or I got my niggas with me. That's that. But when the stick up shit happened, you know what I'm saying? Only reason why that guns went off is because Pac had the heat and he was like, yo, niggas is like trying to take his bracelet off. And he was like, hold on, I got it. Pac was trying to acting like he was taking the bracelet off. And while he was acting like he was taking the bracelet off, he was really reaching for the heat. They said whoever homie was like, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? And grabbed his arm. And they start tussling. As they tussling, the gun go off. That's how Pac got grazed in his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Now, once the fire go off, everybody starts shooting. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he gets shot. Now, look. While they in there though, you know what I'm saying? While the robbery's going down, remember we said that seen them coming in. So now season them coming in the elevator to come see Pac, come to the studio, and the elevator opens, and when the elevator open, Pac season them see the shit happen and shit, and them niggas turned on season them and start running towards the elevator to grab them niggas off the elevator and stick them too. But the door had already closed. You know what I'm saying? So they went back upstairs with them, and that's when they was like, yo, man, Pac and them downstairs getting robbed, I guess. This is what my brother told me before anything. This is years ago. I've been knew about all this shit. And another thing when it comes to the homeboy that's talking about he robbed niggas up and all that shit, nigga, Pac didn't get caught for all no jewelry, man. He didn't get caught for all that jewelry this nigga was talking about. He's fucking lying. He must know somebody that was there or something, but that nigga's lying. He ain't catch all that. But right after everything happened, homeboy and them ran out. Pac, my brother, all of them run downstairs. You know, like they gonna catch him, because remember, Pac had the 2 heats on him. And then when they get downstairs, the whole fucking front of the studio with the whole precinct out there. So them niggas hurry up and spin back around because Pac got the other gun on them and go back upstairs. And nigga, they passed that heat to Big. I was like, yo, Big, go stash that shit. Big is fam, my nigga. And I told y'all already, nigga, Big ain't know Pac was coming. Niggas ain't know Pac was coming. Niggas gave Big the heat. Niggas stashed the heat. Now all the police is in there. You know the rest of the story and shit. Y'all see Pac coming out, holding his finger out. There's another documentary they see where y'all see Big coming out. The police there, the news reporters, everybody, and y'all see Big come out. He got the hoodie on. Nigga, that's when Pac sent my brother and them back to the studio to get the other heat. Big, through all of that, Big goes back, nigga, because I guess he said he stashed it in the piano or whatever in their studio. And shit, Big goes out, come through all the police and everything to pass the other heat off.
When you put a modern person in an ancient institution,
that's why, yo,
they will be destroyed.
Like you said, Pac knew Big had nothing to do with that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody knew Big ain't had nothing to do with that shit, bro. Everybody knew Big ain't had nothing to do with that shit, bro. Like you said, they said the nigga Pac was mad, and it was just that everybody was there. You know, shit that happened to him. You know what I mean? Everybody had something to do with it. That's basically, he had that mentality. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know what? Y'all niggas was there. The niggas didn't do nothing to y'all niggas. You just robbing me. Oh, y'all niggas knew what was going on. That's how I go. I mean, most niggas, nigga, like you said, if you ever been in a situation like that, you probably feel the same way.
Angry Management TV, salute. Yeah. Yo, but check this is I'm gonna show you the killers. I want to show you the killers of of Stretch and JamMasterJay. What is it at? All right here. Hold on 1 second.
So how do you tell?
The law of the Fair Use Act. Thank you. Subscribe if you're new and click that bell. Locked up for the murder of the legendary, iconic JamMasterJay. Now let's get into who these people really are. Not too deep, but just highlighting what's already public knowledge. But first, let's take it step by step on the actual murder. The murder took place on October 30th, 2002, around 7:30 p.m. on a cold, rainy evening. 9-10 Merritt Boulevard in Queens. 2 suspects approached the door. One rung the doorbell. The person who was watching the surveillance monitor to buzz them in was Lydia High. In order to buzz someone in, you have to know.
Listen, they knew who did it anyway, my nigga. They knew who did it because
and the people who were present at the time of the murder.
Once, my nigga, with JamMasterJay. They was at that studio. That's why they buzzed them in. They knew they was, my nigga. They just was too scared to say something. That's what I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. Everybody knew that shit, my nigga.
Everybody knew, and they were scared to say because they thought the dudes would come back and kill them.
Hmm?
Yeah, they knew. You see, they had cameras to buzz them in. They knew where they buzzed them, bro.
Exactly. Like I said, my nigga, it wasn't no such thing as these niggas just came in there shooting. They knew who that nigga was. They knew exactly who he was going for. They probably even said something to the nigga, hey, and he walked in and did the bullshit. You know what I mean? Everybody was just shocked because, like you said, they always see them together.
Yeah. And you know what? And the crazy stuff is, they could have been had them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Years ago. But everybody was saying Pac had set up the hit on Stretch, yo.
No, I don't think.
Hold on, look. Reggie Wright, Reggie Wright saying, hold up. I got you. Hold on, I got you real quick. Stretch.
I don't believe Reggie Wright in that one. The only reason why I'm gonna say I don't believe him is because of the simple fact that Tupac didn't have niggas in New York like that. You know what I mean? Tupac didn't have killers. Nobody. He was the niggas. Like I said, the only niggas that he was fucking with was the niggas that he was with that he just turned against. After he stopped fucking with them niggas, he was on death row. I don't believe that. Tupac didn't know nobody to pay nobody.
Yeah. I'm trying to find where he said this shit at.
Like I said, Tupac wasn't no real gangster in New York. Like I said, niggas in LA probably thought he was from the movie and the way he probably personated himself when he went out to the West Coast. But on the East Coast, niggas knew that he wasn't really about that shit like that. Like I said, Pac didn't have no pull out here. He didn't know niggas out here like that. He wasn't rolling with different niggas. Like I said, back in the day, niggas was crews. Like it wasn't like you could just call some random nigga to do some shit. It was teams.
Yeah. Let me see, son.
Personally, I think Jimmy had something to do with Stretch.
Jimmy Henchman?
Yep.
Why? Because he's nervous Jimmy Henchman will come back at him, huh? He's nervous Stretch was going to come at him for Pac. That Pac shit probably, right?
I possibly, but like I said, I think personally, my opinion, I think Jimmy had something to do with it because he also had what's the nigga from G Unit nigga killed, Lodi Mac. He got that nigga smoked when they slapped his son. You know what I mean? Now Jimmy, no niggas to pay niggas. Jimmy could have. I believe that. But like I said, like Jimmy told Pac and them niggas, y'all niggas ain't got enough money to go to war. So I don't see him just paying somebody just to kill Stretch and leave Jimmy alive or leave anybody else alive. You know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense.
Dread El Campo, salute. I see you in the building, bro. Yeah, man.
Yes, no.
You really think Jimmy has something to do with?
I think Jimmy has something to do with that shit. You know what I mean? Jimmy probably pressed Stretch to, line Pac up again or something. You never know. But for the way Stretch got killed, that would be from a nigga that got connections in New York. Pac ain't have no connections in New York, bro. I say Pac probably had more connections on the West Coast than he had in New York. Because again, remember, he wasn't gangster in New York City. He only got gangster and gang affiliated once he went with Suge.
Yeah, but he still was rocking with E Moneyback. E Moneyback was a thorough dude from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but E Moneyback was dead.
He wasn't dead when Pac got shot the first time.
No, not the first time, but by the time he was on death row and doing all that blood shit,
order. He got killed.
Yeah, he got killed. Yeah, he did get killed already. He got killed like 98, right?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna say probably earlier than that. Maybe, yeah, around 98, 97, maybe 97, 98, maybe around that time. No. Matter of fact, E-Money Bass got killed like 2000, my nigga.
2000, yeah. So
Like
he was alive when Pac got killed.
Was he alive? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Pac got killed in 96.
Yeah, he might have been around. Yeah, everybody was still alive at that time. Everybody was still alive. Yep.
That's just crazy though, man. I want Pac died in 96. I said that already. Hold up. I'm gonna let you hear Majesty friends talking about it, because Majesty, he tell the whole story the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas is celebrating. Remember now, Pac shot. He's going back and forth to court for the rape case and all that shit. And niggas celebrated because they dropped the rape case. Whatever they dropped it to was like a charge of somebody tapping a girl on the ass. But since Pac is who he is with all his background, the Panther shit and all that, they wanted to be funny and they gave him the max on that. That's how he got that 1.5 to something. Before all of this, right? Before he get remanded, or before all of that shit, Pac was getting $15,000 a show, right? He never been across seas, never had to use no passport, never been across seas, right? He's about to go across seas, and they're giving him 30 a show. You know what I'm saying? Nigga going on tour. Who you think he bringing on tour with him? He bringing us with him. You know what I'm saying? He's all over us and shit. Like, nigga, y'all better get your passport, get some ID. We ain't got no fucking ID. Y'all niggas better get your passport, man, nigga. So we like, yeah, we gonna get it. But we ain't had no fucking ID and shit. You know what I mean? We ain't had them 6 points. Remember, we freshly out of our teens, my nigga. We ain't never need no ID. Remember back then, nigga, you could hop on a plane from somebody else's ticket. You could drive without a license. You get pulled over, them niggas giving you a no license ticket. And we ain't never had no jobs, none of that. Our jobs was, the first job we had was getting signed with Def Jam. And then Tommy Boy, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got no ID. We Jamaican. To get the 6, you need 6 points to get ID out here. You know what I'm saying? My mom's is the only one that could do the other shit. She got to take off for work and take us to the DMV and all that. You know what I'm saying? My mom's a Jamaican nigga. She like, on the go here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. So, and in between that, after this shit happened with Pac, nigga, remember, my brother got a daughter, I got a daughter, niggas still gotta pay the bills and that. So in between trying to do that and get ID, time is flying. You know what I'm saying? Pac making jokes about us, man. Like, man, I don't know how the fuck y'all niggas fucking ain't got no ID, man. How the fuck y'all niggas run around and ain't got no ID, nigga? Used to be making jokes on us and shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna leave y'all niggas, man, when it's time to go cross seat, when it's time to go on tour. This is, you know, just the fun times we have, and I'm telling y'all about. When he get remanded, now they remand him, he's on Rikers Island. I know all of y'all love Pac, I love him too, but remember, he's just a man. He's just a man. Nobody's perfect but God. Men make mistakes too. Now look, he on Rikers Island, we run up there to go visit him. Now the bullshit ID that we got, these motherfuckers is fronting on me and my brother. They wouldn't let us see him. Ran us out of there. But remember, we all one. We all one fam. So we go back to the hood, everybody ante up and shit for some weed and to put some money on his books and all that shit. And Nichols and E-Money Bags go see him, right? They on the visiting room, niggas talking everything. Then niggas start talking about the shit that happened and shit. And they like, yo, God, remember the part when, you remember when fucking the niggas tried to spin on C's and shit, when C's and them came down in the elevator? Nichols is reminding them, and Pac like, huh? So what are you saying? Well, Big and them ain't had nothing to do with it? And Nichols and E look at Pac like, huh? What the fuck is you talking about, man? What are you, huh? Pac like, damn, man, I just did an ill interview too. But we ain't, niggas like, just, we ain't niggas going to see the God. So niggas ain't even get into what the interview was about and all that shit. Now, like I said, Pac, it ain't perfect. Nigga might say some shit that he don't want to say, and he ain't taking it back. He the type of nigga that's going to try to justify what he said instead of saying I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? Even what he said about Jack, he knew he shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have said it, but fuck it. You know what I mean? And you know, we with him regardless, whatever. So whatever.
You go ahead.
I want to demonstrate that Amazon is the best partner for you.
What'd you say?
He thought Haitian Jack can protect him. That's your man. That's your man Gully's daddy right there, man.
That's what?
Your man Gully TV. That's his daddy right there,
Yeah,
man.
Haitian Jack.
You trying to talk about his dad, man. Haitian Jack might catch you in the streets, God. You know, Haitian Jack still got power out here.
Man, Haitian Jack, Haitian, man, whatever, man. Yo.
Time goes by. Finally, the interview that he did comes out, and it's crazy. He's saying everything and all the shit he was saying. Now, I remember I just told y'all what happened on the island and shit, right? So now he talking about everything. He even said my brother was towering over niggas. He was supposed to grab the gun and all that type of shit. So now my brother mad. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This nigga talking about you were supposed to grab the gun and this, that, and the other. So now my brother mad. Now he do his interview for the Vibe. And he like, yeah, nigga, you damn right I was towering over them motherfuckers. Because that's what Pac said in this shit. He said Pac Stretch was towering over them niggas. You know what I'm saying? He should have tried to take the gun and this, that, and the other. Now, anybody knows, man, like I just said, man, come on, that sound crazy. I don't know how y'all feel about that. You know what I mean? But nigga, anybody out here knows, man. Come on, man. You can't fight no bullet. Point blank. A robbery, nigga, if nigga robbing a nigga right, nigga, it just is what it is, man. My brother mad as hell. Shit. If we would have had some ID, nigga, my brother, do you know that whole time, nigga, my brother, we've been back and forth trying to get ID. My brother was trying to get to the fucking jail to curse his ass out. Brother, this is brothers, man. This is brother shit. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Ain't no all this shit y'all niggas thinking about. This is brother shit. You know what I mean? So now my brother do his interview and he like, you damn right I was towering over them niggas, but I ain't towering over no fucking slugs. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you were out here, whatever. So now Pac mad that my brother said something back. And then Pac get remanded. We not knowing nothing about, he mad at Big, he blaming Big on shit and all that. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. He in jail. So in everybody's eyes, everything is cool. Niggas are not knowing he mad at Big and all that shit. So when y'all hear him say switch sides, he talking about Big. He talking about, because while he locked up, you know, we still, everything is still going on. You know what I'm saying? We might be with Big, letting Big hear some beats. Remember, man, this is all we doing is making music, man. Smoking weed together, selling beats, niggas going to the clubs. That's our whole life, man. That's all you do in your early 20s, man. And that's all niggas was doing. Niggas ain't not knowing that there is another side. You understand? So when he said that shit fucked us up. Like, what side are you talking about? Like, Big is us. It's us. It's us, man. It's Big. It's fucking Squad. It's Pac. Nigga, it just held you down all the way to, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm telling y'all that Pac is not perfect, man. He's not perfect. Nigga never been to Rikers Island. Nigga stressed out. We've been running around each other since we was teenagers, man. We seen Pac drop his first album, his first joints. We with him on his first joint. He with us when we drop our joint. You know what I'm saying? Heartless is out. That shit was so crazy. Is anticipated. The album and the movie is anticipated to do 5 million and all that. Pac loved Heartless so much, he tattooed the shit on his arm. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what happened with the Ice-T thing, and Time Warner dropped all they hardcore acts, and then we got caught up in that shit. But we was still popping. You know why? Because, nigga, of our family affiliation. You know what I'm saying? And we producing. We ain't never stopped. Pac motherfucker dropped the second album, strictly for my niggas. Who you think is the main producers? Us. We did Holla If You Hear Me. All that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Started the Thug Life movement, the Thug Life album. He wanted my brother to be part of the Thug Life group. I told y'all that already. You know what I'm saying? This is how close we are, man. This is family. You know what I'm saying? He got my brother and we in Jews. We got the soundtrack to Above the Rim. We did that Pain shit. You know what I'm saying? Bullet about to take us with him on tour. Nigga, all of this. Why would we let anything happen to him? That's hurting us. That's hurting us.
I got one of the Queen's generals to tap in. This is one of Stretch's best friends growing up. We got Harm, the CEO of Grand Imperial Entertainment, and he gonna tap in and just give his perspective on what's going on also.
You know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need?
Like how I customized this scarf.
Check out this backpack I made for Marco.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Shout out to Info Minds. Shout out to the culture. Grand Imperial on the check-in. First of all, we're gonna go with common sense, man, because we can only go with common sense on this because the people that's involved is not here right now. And we got a fuckboy putting dirt on a person that's deceased. I know you want to come up. I know you locked up and you want to get you something for you to get you through, man. But don't use my man for a come up, man. They like brothers, Pac and Stretch. His first album, his first movie, they was together. His first cars he was buying, they was together. They've been together since they was roadies. So just out the blue, he gonna take something from somebody that he don't even really know like that to set his brother up, something that he don't even use or sell. That don't make sense. That's just common sense. So Dexter, the child molester that fuck little boys, come up on somebody else. And nah, he ain't really no child molester. I don't know if he fuck little boys. He might or he might not. But see how I could tear his character down just by saying that? You tearing my man's character down by calling him a turncoat. And he ain't that. Come with more proof, man. Shout out to Infominds again. Shout out to my man, the culture, Grand Imperial on the check-in. Niggas don't know that, man. He couldn't get in touch with niggas. He called my fan, man, E-Money Bags. He called E-Money Bags. It was like, yo, man, ain't nobody coming to see me, man. Yo, come check me, man. You can come check me, man. Who you think went up there to check him? E went up there to check him. Stretch wanted to go up there so bad and check him and get all over him, but he couldn't. He have no ID, man. Imagine have no ID. Niggas couldn't go check him. E had a license out of the whole crew. E-Money Bags had a license out of the driver's license out of the whole crew. He was the only one that could go check him. Him and my man that got hit, Nichols. Them two went to go check him. And they told Pop, they said, yo, Pop, what you talking about? You think Big got something to do with it? Big, you know Big ain't had nothing to do with that shit, man. You know that C's and them came down the elevator. Remember when niggas spent on it and C's? He said, oh, shit. I forgot all about that shit. I said, yeah, man. That's what Nichols said to him. He said, come on, you forgot that? And he was like, yeah. Then he said, oh, man, I already did an ill interview. And E-Money Bass said, then you did an interview? He's like, yeah, I did an ill interview already with Vibe. And that's that interview everybody know about. If Pac wasn't our man and he wasn't fucking with Pac, then who you think Pac was living good on the island? He in our city. We could have sent shit all that Pac. But what we did send out Pac was trees. We made sure he was smoking good and living good on the island, man. We had niggas indoors passing him shit. Cause he our fan. He ain't no rapper, he ain't no star, he ain't none of that, man. Whatever we could do for him out here, and we could make it comfortable for him in there, that's what we did. So wasn't no beef on this end or with niggas, with Stretch and Pop. Suge was a good nigga, came and snatched him and got him out of a situation that he.
All right, y'all. The reason I'm doing this because I want everybody to know that if they indicted the same guy who got indicted for JamMasterJay murder. He's indicted for Big Stretch Walker murder. You know what I'm saying? Pac jumped the gun. Pac did that. Pac was doing that shit for the records, to sell records. And he messed up a lifelong friendship and family, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about it, you know what I mean? But let's take a closer look, right? Hear what Little C's has to say about this, y'all. Y'all gonna be how people try to make stuff up, man. It's pathetic, yo. Let me see. There we go.
Trife, the whole mafia, Nino, we all in there. And just so happened, me and Nino went to the, we went to the terrace and we would just talk regular shit, like just got away from everybody and we're just like, yo, like just like bugging off for that. We got a deal now, like yo, you can't believe it, like yo, we got a record deal. Like now, we cut our own check, we got our own bread now, and next thing you know, I see a bunch of people walking downstairs, and we've been hanging out with Pac for like the last month, 2 months while he was filming Above the Rim. I know the walk, I see the bandana. First thing I do, you see somebody you fuck with, yo, I'm a kid, I'm 15 years old. Yo, what's up, bro? He looking up, who that? The C's. C's, what's up, little nigga? What up, little nigga? Yo, come around the corner. I'm gonna come downstairs and get you. Not knowing he was already coming here, so I run in the room. Big Pac downstairs.
Hold on. So you thinking that he just pulling up to see y'all?
I'm thinking he just random, just spurting through the city. And,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened in Manhattan at that time. Running around, you know. I didn't think he was coming there. I didn't know he was coming there already. You know what I mean? We ain't supposed to have been there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you see somebody you fuck with.
That's right.
All right, I'm acknowledging them. Why should I not?
Yes, indeed.
Yo, I go in the room and I tell Big, yo, Big, Pac is downstairs. Big, like, I go get him. And that's when I go downstairs. And the crazy part is Nino came with me.
Right.
Nino heard the shots in the elevator before we even got downstairs.
You didn't hear him?
Nah, I was just thinking about the weed, though. I wasn't even like, I'm just like, man, that nigga, I know he got that. Nino, like, you ain't hear that shit? I'm like, nah, I don't hear shit. So when we get downstairs, the elevator door opened, and God bless the dead, Stretch from Live Squad. Right. He was real tall.
So opened on the first floor.
On the first floor. You know how narrow, you know, that shit is like real short from the wall.
Right.
Stretch is like 6 feet, 6'2", 6'5". So when the door opened, he was kicking his feet out. So when the door opened, he was kicking his feet. When he was kicking his feet, he was real tall.
So, right.
Stretch is like 6 feet, 6'2", 6'5".
But they got guns, so these niggas are coming for me. These niggas just sitting there. And they say get, and these niggas drop to the floor.
So when the door opened, he was kicking his feet back off the door. On the floor, though. You couldn't see the two robbers that was on both sides.
Right.
So I'm just like thinking they drunk and just bugging out. And I walk out. Next thing you know, dude with the fatigue shit just like, yo, get the fuck back in the elevator.
Yes. Le Labo costs $200. Our version only costs $39. The $29 alternative to love.
He's so young, he can tell. He's a short nigga.
As far as that Vibe interview, just read everything over and read my reply, read their reply, read what people say. Everybody that was there knows what happened.
I mean, my recollection of the story was I was shooting a video, the second half of Warning, which is on the B side of Big Papa, and I was shooting that around the block, and I heard my man was up at the studio doing a Junior Mafia session. So I got off at the reception area and I saw Andre and Little Sean. So I saw him saying, what's up to me? I'm about to get on the elevator, and he comes out shot.
The Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he dissed my man, saying my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And like the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
As soon as he comes out shot, me and my man, we try to sit him down. He called his mom. He asked my man if he could roll him a blunt. You know what I'm saying? He asked him if he's all right. He's like, yeah, I'm all right. I don't know what's going on.
Giving me no money, giving me no respect, giving me no tribute. Rolling with my road dog who was there when I got shot. I mean, come on, man. I'm not paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. Y'all niggas know what time it is. Yeah. I mean, you're aware that the East Coast drug dealers got the niggas as extortion. I came and fucked up.
We just there trying to comfort him.
Yeah, Stretch did say something like that, Bunker TV. He's right. I'm a big nigga. I ain't bulletproof either. Nigga, if it's a robbery, everybody get down.
And I mean,
I'm not
everybody that was
done.
there
I
was
ain't
very
trying to be nobody
supportive
bulletproof vest. Period.
It was just the total opposite. As soon as he came out, everybody ran towards him. It was nothing but love and concern.
They got different accounts of what happened, and I'm the one with the bullet wounds.
I also understand that if you was to get shot 5 times, your mind is just completely spinning. You know what I'm saying? You're real confused about your situation. So it'll cause you to say things that you really don't mean.
I was there for the whole thing. No one else was there for the whole thing.
I don't really know the purpose of why the story was said in another way of contact.
It's not important that other people know what happened to me. I just said it. Now that I said it, it's dead. You can believe me or not believe me. I did what I had to do.
I mean, God knows the truth.
There's no religion about getting shot. I'm not trying to get any converts. After getting shot, I was like, shit, I don't know who to trust.
In a bizarre twist of events, rap singer Tupac Shakur checked himself out of Bellevue Hospital late Wednesday night.
Just hours after surgery, Tupac checked himself out of Bellevue Hospital against doctor's orders.
It was just time to leave. I didn't feel safe there. The phone kept ringing, kept getting these crazy phone calls.
Open up, please. Open up, please. Excuse me.
Yo, I just say everybody should see this to understand that. I want everybody to see how all this shit could come together. You know what I'm saying? Like JamMasterJay killer being the same killer that killed Stretch. And I believe this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. The same killer.
Here is the layout. The reception desk area. That's where Lydia High was. In the control room, you have 3 people. You have Randy Allen, who was actually Lydia High's brother.
Yeah.
And we have Mike B, a rap artist, a good friend of all of them. And an unidentified female who was an aspiring artist. And lastly, the lounge room was JamMasterJay, Tony Rincon playing John Madden football. Now, Lydia goes from the reception desk and sits across from JamMasterJay, and they're talking about the scheduling and booking of his DJ shows and what spots where they will perform. A guy came running in with dark clothing on and a hoodie
TV.
on. Lydia said,
hit the link, man.
And she said she did not see his
You
face.
can say a little bit. You don't have to say much,
tense
bro.
words being
Just
said
tell me how
between
you
the
feel about
suspect
it.
and JamMasterJay.
Man, she
The
was
verbal
mad about
exchange
it, bro.
was
He
very
don't
brief.
even watch
And
my
then she
shit,
tried
bro.
to run out, but the second gunman at the doorway had a gun and told her by pointing the gun to her face to get on the floor. Now, Tony, in his own words, he said, in the midst of that going on, his mother had called his cell phone, and the cell supposed to have fell on the floor between the couch.
Bunker TV, the
and
link
once
is
he
in the
went to pick it
description,
up
man.
off the floor, all he heard JamMasterJay say was, "Oh, shh." Then the shots went off, and he wound up getting shot in the leg. Now, in the control room, Randy Allen and the other 2 heard the shots. So Mike B and the unknown female was jumping over stuff, basically in a panic, rightfully so. But Randy run towards the door because his sister is out there, and especially JamMasterJay. So when he comes out, Lydia is still on the floor, scared and not even moving. And then he says he sees JamMasterJay on the floor, unresponsive. So that pretty much sums up the incident.
I
but we not
understand,
done
Bunker
yet.
TV, I understand.
But what happened to the cameras? There were 5 cameras working. 1 downstairs when you come inside.
But Bunker TV, what you think about
2 when you come up the stairs?
Bunker TV, what you think about the coincidence that the same guy that killed JamMasterJay is the same guy allegedly killed Stretch now? That shit's too close, man. All that Queen shit is close as hell, man. I understand, bro. I understand.
And is directly looking in your face. We have one down the hall at the end of the hallway, and then one more around the corner that's located by the fire escape.
Wow.
Now the cameras work, but the thing is, the cameras was on loop record. So it will always tape over footage every 24 hours. So when police checked the surveillance tapes, it was gone.
So they got caught.
The tape that was in there was a recording of another day, because it was a clear day, it was a different date, and it was no rain, and pretty much it was daytime. The suspects involved allegedly was Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr., aka Little D, the son of Darren Jordan, aka Big D. The gunman that killed JamMasterJay was Little D, allegedly. And the second gunman who turned to Lydia and told her to get on the floor was Ronald Washington.
Yeah.
Now why?
Why TV, I'm a Southside nigga too, but I love Queens, man.
JamMasterJay was
I rock
in
with the
debt.
Queens, bro.
He owed hundreds of thousands of dollars. JamMasterJay took care of a lot of people and their
Queens,
families.
my favorite part of New York.
When Run DMC careers faded in 1988 due to the paradigm shift of the rap music, here comes gangster rap. So they careers
salute, bro. I see you, man.
Now, there was a lifestyle they was accustomed to, and the fame they was accustomed to, but most importantly, the financial stability that he has to maintain. IRS was taxing you. They threatened D to repossess his stuff or with jail. So Jay is from the streets. A lot of people you know is in the streets. So it's easy to resort back to things that can help you get money even faster. Now, in 1992, JamMasterJay and his childhood friends, Curtis Schoon and David, they flew out to California with the intentions to buy drugs. But when they arrived, the connect never showed up. Now, in the words of David, he said, plan B was to buy from someone else. But plan B
TV, he talking
never
about
works.
Was he on
So
the
Jay
Pop
went
Killer?
to see plan B and
Your
got beat out of
West, salute.
$30,000.
Please, Queen, good morning. Good
Now,
morning.
the theory behind losing the $30,000 is that Schoon was the one who murked JamMasterJay because he lost money in it too. But it turns out not to be the case, obviously. But Schoon, he had businesses himself, so he always took care of himself. So time later, he took to social media to say, he said, what's worse is being labeled on the account of someone else's actions, end quote. And to add on to that, Schoon at the funeral tried to hug JamMasterJay's sister, but she was very reluctant to. And she told him about that, I don't know, because your name is in the air, basically. And he looked her dead in her face and said, you probably already hugged the killer. And another theory was that it was because of 50 Cent. Now, we all know that's not true, but that was one of the theories that it could have been 50 Cent, because we already know he'd been shot 9 times. JamMasterJay is the one who discovered 50 Cent first. And basically, you know what happened to 50 Cent getting shot 9 times due to the beef with Ja Rule. And, you know, in his song, you know, the Holy Quran, where he mentions Preem name and he talked about Prince being the killer and things in that nature. The theory was that he was basically trying to get back at him by taking out JamMasterJay. But Preem, in his own words on an interview for the documentary for JamMasterJay, said he was a cool dude, so he never had no animosity towards him. So it was always love on his end. So that theory is out the window.
TV, I need to get in contact with Curtis Schoon, man.
And the last theory was Randy Allen, who was really JamMasterJay's best friend. Randy was actually the best man at JamMasterJay's wedding. Now, somebody said that JamMasterJay confided in them and said that Randy was stealing from him could have been because of that, and he revealed it.
Now you said, was 50 Cent wrong for leaving Slim alone? No, he wasn't wrong for leaving Slim alone, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I like Slim. Slim's a good dude, right? I believe he's a good dude at heart, right? But I also believe that he wouldn't be able to save 50 life that night. They was gonna try to take 50 and kill him regardless. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? 50 was making too much noise for them. He was messing up their money. They wanted him out the way. Either way, they was gonna try to do something to 50. Miss VSN, CO9, peace, Queen, peace. I see you in the building. Salute.
Build it to him. That was another theory, because Randy was a stick-up dude. He used to rob Wonder Bread trucks and Hoisters trucks that come deliver products to the stores in the neighborhood. And he took them out the streets and took Randy on the road with him. So there was some theories. And then on top of that, they both had life insurance. They had a policy that implemented that whoever dies gets a percentage of that person's life insurance. You know, but JamMasterJay's sister didn't believe Randy did it in the first place. And when asked on the show, sitting across from JamMasterJay's brother, when they asked him, can the family look into whatever they need to for Jay's case? And he responded by saying, go right ahead. You could look into everything. 5 years went past. No leads. And the police is always saying that the case is ongoing. And you know most police do not care, especially if you are in the hip-hop community. So Randy Allen in 2007 revealed some stuff to put more pressure on the police. He revealed in an interview, which I can't play, but this is the picture right here when he said it on. He said what his sister Lydia told the cops. He said Ronald Washington was the guy that was there. He looked right in my sister's eyes. So then, right there, the cops should have reacted. Now, according to people who knew Tenard, this is what they thought about him. His whole life, he was in and out of jail. That was the words from the people. But here's what David said. He said he wasn't a drug dealer. He was known as a foul person that will rob you and anybody else. That's how he was known as. Now, weeks prior to JamMasterJay's death, Tenard, aka Ronald Washington, frequently would go to Jay's studio. So he had access. Plus, he could have took mental notes of the layout of the studio. Now, on the night of his death, he was up there with JamMasterJay and he spoke to him. In the words of Tenard, he said that JamMasterJay wanted him to go to the store. And he said, then he gave me $200 to buy bullets. Did JamMasterJay really do that? Or he's just saying that and placing himself at the scene just in case someone had already seen him there?
That's true though. Ella had mad
now,
beat
Ronald
too.
Washington was eventually locked up for robbery charges and sentenced to 17 years in prison. Now, where does Little D comes in at in this whole thing? Now, while Tenard was in jail and still currently in prison to this day, he gave his side of the story in the interview. This is what he said. He said he was heading back towards the studio, I guess from the store, quote unquote, getting bullets, huh? I hear that hot shit. When he heard the shots and he saw Little D and Big D leaving the studio. Now, Little D was an aspiring artist, well respected in the streets. And his father, Big D, pause. I know for y'all, keep hearing Big D, is all good. Pause for the pauses out there. But in his father, Big D, he played a major role in Run DMC's career in its early stages. Now, D was connected to all of them. According to Tenard, Little D said to him that, damn, his pop should have never shot him. Now, Jay and D, Big D, pause, goddammit, were like cousins. They literally lived directly across the street from one another damn near their whole lives, pretty much their whole lives. So what happened? Now, according to Tenard, aka Ronald Washington, he said 3 months prior, him, Big D, for the pauses out there, and Jay were involved in the drug deal that went bad. Now, Jay somehow botched the deal. Now, for those who don't know what botch means to do something carelessly. Okay. So he was careless with the money or careless with the product. However, basically he botched the deal allegedly. And they both owed a drug dealer from the Midwest named Uncle $180,000. Now, Big D responded to those claims that Tenard had by placing him at the scene of the crime. Here's his response to that. He said, my first wife got at his sister. It was some family feud from like 20 years ago. Tenard is a blank, blank, blank. Now, Derek Parker said it too. He said, for those who don't know, Derek Parker is the former police and basically started or co-founded the hip-hop police that we all know of today.
That shit was funny.
But anyway, Derek Parker said he was asked about if those two have done it, and he said that both of them did. The father and the son.
The build, the salute.
So Big D responded, check it out, check the video. Now, is it possible that Big D was actually there as well? It could be. It's possible. But Lydia did tell the police already it was Tenard because he had the gun pointed to her and told her to get on the floor. So she said he was there. But Big D looks like he don't play any games, and you see in that recording he wasn't playing, even talking about a former cop. So it is what it is, man. That's like that.
Salute, bro.
Feel me? So
top of the top.
So could he have put her under pressure to say Tenard was there? Who knows? That's just a legitimate assumption and a legitimate speculation. Hey, all of this is public knowledge. Okay? Now, to put
JamMasterJay was a bunch of phonies, but just found out, right?
Right.
Stretch and JamMasterJay got the same killer.
Wow, that's crazy.
Real. Everybody said Tupac had something to do with Big Stretch murder. Like he had somebody hit Big Stretch out of New York.
Right.
Tupac had that much power to have Stretch hit in New York like that.
Nope. That was always some behind the scenes crazy shit.
He stopped rocking with Tupac because Tupac was starting that beef shit.
Right.
But that's crazy that he killed that nigga, what's his name? Ronald Washington, Tenard. He killed niggas he grew up with for nothing, over jealousy and hate, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of niggas like that, but that's the game, If you want to be a part of the game, you gotta watch out for niggas like that. All day.
Bunker TV, that's facts. Run the DMC, they left the hood alone. Facts. They were like, nah, I ain't messing with these hood niggas. These niggas trying to eat off us. And JamMasterJay was trying to feed all them niggas. You can't feed everybody, bro. Because niggas, the more you feed a stray cat or a stray dog, the more they gonna come back around.
Yeah.
Stop feeding them.
Stop feeding these niggas, man. Starve these niggas, man.
Them.
These niggas is
you stop
ungrateful.
Feeding them, bite your ass. Ray Castro, salute to my little bro Ray Castro, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. What it do? Jersey in the building. Stand up, Camden, CMD. We all we got. Nah.
You already know.
You keep feeding these motherfuckers, and they don't want to feed themselves, they're going to bite you because they're going to be hungry. So
Little D as the trigger man.
Yeah.
Someone had
You're
to
only
see
as good as
something
the last
to
meal,
identify
right?
him as.
Facts.
Video revealed that the person who killed JamMasterJay had a tattoo on his neck. But I would like to add to that right now. If you seen a tattoo on a person's neck, does that mean you could have seen his face too? Because you didn't say he had a mask on. All I seen was the tattoo on his neck. I don't know, but I digress. And we have to understand too, Lydia is in protective custody right now. Or at the time. Who knows, she's still in protective custody.
The same person that killed JamMasterJay
but I will
allegedly
say,
killed Big Stretch Walker.
Derek Parker was asked if he had to place a bet on who was the person that killed JamMasterJay. He said, if I had to place a bet, it would be Little D that killed him. Now, in my conclusion, as I'm giving you the backstory of what happened, is some of the current as of right now, but I would like to add Lisa Evers' update to read verbatim from the court documents of the charges and what actually transpired on the day of October 30th, 2002. Let's take a look.
Now, what they're saying, how they tie this all together, which is pretty interesting, and I'm going to read this to you right from the court document so that there's no mistake and so that there's no nuance to it or anything like that, because we don't like to hear with our hip-hop icons any negativity, but I'm just going to give you the facts as they appear in these public court records, which I have in my hand from the U.S. Department of Justice. Okay, these are what the court records say. So these two suspects, Carl Jordan Jr. and Ronald Washington, they were part of the inner circle of JamMasterJay at the time of his death. And what the federal government is saying is that in addition to JamMasterJay's music career, between sometime in or around or between 1996 and 2002, he was involved in transporting kilogram quantities of cocaine for retail sale in the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere. Eastern District of New York is the federal jurisdiction, which includes Brooklyn, Queens, and also parts of I'm doing this in my car. Sorry about that. I didn't want to wait till I got to another location. I'm still outside the courthouse. So what he's saying is that he was involved in drug trafficking in the Eastern District, which is here in Brooklyn, Queens, and parts of Long Island. So then he said that in or about July 2002, Mizell acquired approximately 10 kilograms of cocaine on consignment.
With deliciously vegan ingredients like farm-grown mint, people are discovering this strange feeling of actually liking.
Hey, yo, Bunker TV, I always had love for boys too, man.
From a supplier in the Midwest.
Why it's crazy.
The cocaine was intended to be distributed in Maryland by Washington, who is one of the Ronald Washington, one of the suspects who was arrested in the murder, Jordan, the second suspect, and other co-conspirators. Then a dispute, and I'm reading from the federal document here. A dispute between Washington and one of the co-conspirators resulted in Mizell telling Washington that he would be cut out of the Maryland transaction. Following Washington's dispute with Mizell, basically he was, saying, you're not going to be part of this deal with these 10 kilograms of cocaine. So, following Washington's dispute with Mizell, which is JamMasterJay, Washington and Jordan conspired to murder JamMasterJay. That's what the feds are saying. They call him Mizell. Now, the murder, they say, on Wednesday, October 30th, Mizell and several others were present at his recording studio, 24/7 studio located on Merrick Boulevard in Queens. At approximately 7:30 p.m., Washington and Jordan, armed with firearms, entered the studio. Each brandished a firearm. Each had a gun.
I want y'all to see something, man. This is horrible right here. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I want y'all to see something. This is horrible, yo. Hold up, y'all.
That's fucking fucked up, cuz, on my soul, nigga. But see, everybody think I'm joking, right? I'm playing, right? Everybody think I'm fucking playing, right? Right, okay. This will be the last video I make, nigga. God rest my soul. Wook, your foreman, you are responsible for your part in this too. You chose to be a destroyer, right? It's okay, fine. You hold this, take this with you. Tater, wow, nigga.
Yo, bro, I'm live right now, bro. Huh? Nah, I ain't see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, yo. So I got. Come on, look. Come on, show. I'm showing something right now. Come on. I'm gonna just. Oh, man.
Give it to you, nigga, and come look me in my face and break me loose, nigga. Break my heart. Look me in my eyes and break my heart, nigga. You can do it. You wanna go lay up with the niggas and get fucked and whatever case. You're a snake, my nigga. You lied, my nigga. You're a habitual cheater, my nigga. And you have given yourself to men. You've given me STD behind this shit. Like, I'm not paranoid, cuz. You hear me? You fucked another niggas recklessly. I gave you 4 hits.
Oh.
You wanted to come home, baby. You wanted to come home like I'm sucker. So watch this, Gator. Watch this. Yeah. And Gary.
This guy killed his. This guy killed his kids. Killed his kids on live TV. On live, he was live. He killed his kids and killed himself over a woman.
Yeah, that shit's despicable, yo. What kind of shit is that?
Yo,
somebody killed his kids.
What? Yo,
somebody killed his kids and himself on live TV. Fuck.
Yo, rest in peace to that young man, yo. That's crazy. Rest in peace to them babies. Rest in peace to them babies.
Yeah, R.I.P. man to the little ones,
man. Yo, let's go back, man, because this is crazy. Wow.
Washington pointed his gun at one of the individuals located inside the studio, told that person to lie on the floor. That part of the story we heard before, and I reported earlier on, as soon as we found out some of the details of the case in the very beginning. Jordan approached Mizell, pointed his gun at him, and fired two shots at close range. One of those shots struck JamMasterJay in the head, which killed him. The second shot struck another individual in his leg. So that's what the federal government is saying. They're saying that's why these murder charges that they're facing are murder charges in connection with drug trafficking, narcotics trafficking, as their language calls it. So what this means is these two suspects who are now going to be arraigned via teleconferencing because due to COVID-19, the federal court system, the federal court system is closed.
Hear the echo?
They're going to be arraigned via teleconferencing. If they are found guilty, what they're looking at is a federal mandatory minimum of 20 years behind bars, maximum of life behind bars, with the option of the death penalty. So it's way too early in the case for the prosecutors to say whether or not they're going to look for the death penalty as they're what the second suspect and other co-conspirators. Then a dispute, and I'm reading from the federal document here. A dispute between Washington and one of the co-conspirators resulted in Mizell telling Washington that he would be cut out of the Maryland transaction. Following Washington's dispute with Mizell, basically he was, saying, you're not going to be part of this deal with these 10 kilograms of cocaine. So, following Washington's dispute with Mizell, which is JamMasterJay, Washington and Jordan conspired to murder JamMasterJay. That's what the feds are saying. They call him Mizell. Now the murder, they say on Wednesday, October 30th, Mizell and several others were present at his recording studio, 24/7 studio located on Merrick Boulevard in Queens. At approximately 7:30 p.m., Washington and Jordan, armed with firearms, entered the studio. Each brandished a firearm. Each had a gun. Washington pointed his gun at one of the individuals located inside the studio, told that person to lie on the floor. That part of the story we heard before, and I reported earlier on, as soon as we found out some of the details of the case in the very beginning. Jordan approached Mizell, pointed his gun at him, and fired 2 shots at close range. One of those shots struck JamMasterJay in the head, which killed him. The second shot struck another individual in his leg. So that's what the federal government is saying. They're saying that's why these murder charges that they're facing are murder charges in connection with cocaine with drug trafficking, narcotics trafficking, as their language calls it. So what this means is these two suspects who are not.
That's crazy. Now let's listen to what Derek Parker, the hip hop police, got to say about the shit. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's some crazy shit, yo. Fair use.
So long about JamMasterJay case was that the cold case detectives and NYPD and the feds were building a case against the people involved. So it took a long time. I mean, back then when I was investigating the case, the resources weren't available like that, but now they were. So they took their time and they were able to cultivate something back maybe possibly 2 or 3 years ago by working with ATF.
Now, Tenard is something that as a name has always come up, as well as a Lil D, I believe, right?
Right. Tenard and Lil D's name were always mentioned back when I wrote my book. They were always mentioned in the beginning of the investigation as possibly being involved. So now, you know, with the case being solved and the names come out, they were indicted. So.
Yo, you're 100% right, Bucket TV. That makes everybody look back. This dude's still alive in jail. And then the young boy was driving around in a Maserati or whatever it was, a Lamborghini or something. The young boy was getting money. So I don't know how he was doing that, man. But yo, man, it's the King of New Jersey. It's Btbtv. We bully the bullies. Y'all already know what it is. We ain't a blood or a crip. We doing our own thing. Btbtv done started his own game. Like, nigga, what? Salute. Crazy shit, man.